Good, what's good, what's good, what's good, YouTube? American Horror excited again. It's good. Shout out to my subscribers. Big up on yourself. Shout out to Alhuak Network. Big up on yourself. Shout out to Darkman XTV. Shout out to the ICCC. Alright. So today I'm gonna build on what the Security and Exchange Commission is, and what does the government of Jamaica have to do with the Security and Exchange Commission, and what security is. Okay, so this is an annual report from, I think this was from 2003, Form 18K for foreign governments and political subdivision thereof. She's registered with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. Annual report for the government of Jamaica, which is as you know, the government of Jamaica is a corporation. Okay, I told you that before. It's not the land. Okay, and this is just a report and a breakdown of the debt that the government of Jamaica that they create. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to get to is what is a security. You know what I'm saying? Because they're exchanging securities for, trinkets, so to speak. Name and address of person authorized to receive notice and communication. Kathleen McLaughlin, Esquire. That's a title of nobility. Government of Jamaica files annual reports on Form 18K voluntarily in order for the government of Jamaica to incorporate such annual reports into its shelf registration statements. Okay. In respect of each issue of securities of the registered, brief statement as to general effect of any material modification not previously reported of the rights of the holders of such securities. Now, when I tell you that securities is nothing more than those bonds that you're holding in your hands, those birth certificates, you know what I'm saying? Those are securities. Okay, the title and material provision of any law, decree, or administrative action not previously reported by reason of which the security is not being serviced in accordance with the terms thereof. Okay, go down here. The circumstances of any other failure not previously reported to pay principal, interest, or any sinking fund or amortization installment. Amortization installment is similar to what you call a mortgage payment. Okay, amortize. Those payments are amortized, meaning it's on a schedule for 30 years, right? Second, a statement of March 31, 2003, giving total outstanding of internal funded debt of the registrant, right? Total to be stated in currency of the registrant. Any internal funded debt is payable in foreign currency. It should not be included under this paragraph, under paragraph B. Internal funded debt of the government of Jamaica at March 31st, 2003 totaled $366.2 billion, excluding the internal funded debt payable in foreign currency. External funded debt of the registrant totals to be stated in the respective currencies payable. No statement needs to be furnished for intergovernmental debt. The external funded debt of the government of Jamaica at March 31st, 2003 total at US, right? So the internal one is Jamaican dollars, right? And the external one is, this is what they, I guess what they borrowed from the IMF. 400, right? 4,000. What's this? I can't even call this number, man. It's about 4,018 million. 4,180 million, right? Because this is 4,000 right here. 4,180 million, okay? So that's how it's written. Including internal funded debt payable in current foreign currency excluded from the paragraph above. So this is just the debt, external debt, okay? Apart from the internal. Okay, so down here say, see tables on page 46 and 48 Exhibit D, which are hereby incorporated by reference herein. As to each issue of securities of the registrant which is registered, there should be furnished a breakdown of the total amount outstanding as shown in item 3 into the following. Right? The total amount of each registered issue of securities of the registrant that is outstanding is US 950 million. Of this total amount, US 250 million consists of December 2001 offering of 11.625% notes due 2022. 300 million consists of June 2002 offering 10.625% notes due 2017, and US 400 million remains on the shelf. Okay, so this is just a breakdown of how they do these securities. Okay, now I'm gonna break down what a security is. A security is a tradable financial asset. The term commonly refers to any form of financial instrument, right? Financial instrument. Attention, what are they trading? What are they trading on the what securities are they talking about when it's on the Securities and Exchange Commission? Okay, what are they talking about? But its legal definition varies jurisdiction. In some countries and languages, the term security is commonly used day-to-day parlance to mean any form of financial instrument, even though the underlying legal and regulatory regime may not have such a broad definition. In such jurisdiction, the term specifically excludes financial instruments other than equities, right? And fixed income instruments. In some jurisdictions, it includes some instruments that are close to equities and fixed income, equity warrants. Securities may be represented by a certificate, right? A certificate, word certificate, right? So when they say Securities and Exchange Commission, what are they exchanging for securities? Are more typically non-certificate, that is electronic, dematerialized, or book entry, right? You all know what book entry is, right? Only form. Certificates may be bearer, meaning they entitle the holder to rights on the security merely by holding the security, or registered, meaning they entitle the holder to rights only if one moment. Yeah, so they entitle the holder to rights only if he or she appears on the security register maintained by an issuer or an intermediary. They include shares of corporate stock or mutual funds. bonds, okay, issued by corporations or governmental agencies, stock options, or other options limited partnership units, right? And various other formal investment instruments that are negotiable and fungible, right? So let's take it a little bit further. Let's see what the Security and Exchange Commission is, right? Because the thing is, if government of Jamaica is trading these securities, right? How come the people isn't benefiting from these securities? And how come the people is not aware of these securities? What are these securities? And I'm saying that's just my question, right? So they're registered with a unit in Washington. They're registered, right? They're registered. They're registered with the they're registered at Washington D.C. Okay, they're registered. Okay, they're registered securities with Washington D.C. So let's get to it. So they're registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission in Washington D.C. Right? Government of Jamaica Corporation registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission. So the Securities and Exchange Commission is an independent agency of the United States federal government. SEC holds primary responsibility for enforcing the federal securities laws, proposing securities rules, and regulating the securities industry, which is the nation's stock and option exchanges, and other activities and organizations, including electronic securities markets in the United States, in addition to the Securities Exchange Act of 1934. Now, what happened in 1933? Right, so right after that, they passed this act. So they go from gold to securities, right? So your promissory note is a security. Your birth record is a security, okay? So, which created it in the SEC enforces Securities Act of 1933. I told you. The Trust Indenture Act of 1939, Investment Company Act of 1940, Investment Advisor Act of 1940, Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002, and other statutes. SEC was created by Section 4 of the Securities and Exchange Act, now codified in 15 USC. Okay, so you could get remedy in 15 USC with all these instruments. Okay, whether it be these are the negotiable instruments. Like if you do plan to create your own instruments, if you do plan to liquidate these securities, your remedy is within the 15 USC. Okay, so my point is that government yeah, so the point I'm trying to make is that what is the government of Jamaica trading? What kind of securities? You would like to know, government of Jamaica Corporation. Yes, you are a corporation. You're not the land. And we would just like to know, what are you trading? Is it what are you putting as security? Is it our birth? Is it the birth certificates? You put up as securities? What are you putting on Securities Exchange Commission? What are you pledging as a security? We just want to know. Okay? And this is how even see Omar Davis, okay? Minister of Finance, okay? So even the US got jurisdiction over the fiction.